The two bold-faced sections play what role in the argument given? So we need to figure out what they're doing by reading the argument very, very closely. So last year was the worst of the past 5 decades for job losses in the service industry. Could it be that this year will be even worse? There are 2 factors that can contribute to a reduction in the total number of jobs. Existing companies in this industry reducing the number of workers they employ, and fewer new companies starting up and hiring new employees. So far this year, the number of jobs eliminated in existing companies is well below last year's record pace. At the same time, data collected thus far indicates that more companies in the service industry are being started up this year than were started up last year. So we have a series of evidence here, and we don't have a conclusion yet, so probably one of these bold-faced things is going to be a conclusion. So it is safe to assume that the new companies starting this year are no smaller in terms of employees per company than the new companies that started up last year. Thus, we can conclude that this year job losses will not surpass last year's record total. Well, it's easy to start off with the second statement. Clearly, that's a conclusion. It says we can conclude it. So that's the conclusion. What is the one above it doing? The first one is making a kind of a prediction or an assumption, because it says it is safe to assume. And it's also kind of a prediction, because it's what's going to happen in the coming year. The new companies, it's safe to assume that the new companies starting this year are no smaller. So it's an assumption or a prediction. Let's look for an answer choice that does this. A, the first is a prediction that, if accurate, would support the main conclusion of the argument. That's true. The second is that conclusion. Well, that's true, actually. Choice A really does capture what's going on with the 2 bold-faced statements.